2012 Toyota Sienna. As you know, I've been prepping it for towing, and one of the things I wanted to add was some heavy-duty springs, which actually don't exist for this van. However, there's some rubber spring enhancers, if you will, the Torsen suspension enhancement system. Let me show you what we got here, and I'll tell you how I failed to do this job. So there's the kit right there. And first, I had an amazingly hard time getting the springs out of the Sienna. I don't know why. I've done many coil spring removals and reinstallations, and that one was an absolute beast. Now, there's a video from eTrailer.com where they put a set of these into, I think it's a 2006 Sienna, and the guy has it on a lift, and he just lowers, takes the shock off each side, and then just lowers the entire suspension, and he pulls the springs out with a pry bar. Now, I couldn't do that in my driveway because, I had no leverage, and I'm laying on my creeper, and I didn't want to spring in the face, so there's just no way I could do that. So I used various types of coil spring compressors. The one I had didn't even work. Tried this style. That didn't work. Couldn't get that to work. And then I used this style right here, which is similar to the ones I had. Sorry. And, I had to do this like 30 times to get the angles right, to get that spring compressed enough to pull it out of there and put it back in. Again, if there was another person with me, it probably would have been a lot easier. But I still failed to do this job, and I'll show you why I failed. Okay, so these go up inside the chassis. This little plate goes up in there, and then there's a 8mm bolt. Usually, it was one of these things here, whatever the hell that's called. Hex, yeah, that. Anyway, this is as far as tight as I could get it. Now, I went ahead and put the other one in my vise and tried to turn it, and it literally just bent and scripted it. I don't know if these are the wrong nuts on here or something, but that's as tight as I could get it, and this thing, you just jiggle it and it falls back out. So that made no sense to me at all. This should need to be secure in there because the van, when it's not loaded on this spring, this thing's going to potentially move around and fall out. Again, the eTrailer.com video, the guy just says, you tighten this up. He doesn't show you how he does. He doesn't mention it. Plus, getting a wrench on there was freaking hard as hell. This whole thing is just bullshit. Now, I know there's people out here that can do it. I know there are. And I'm pretty experienced here, but I failed miserably, and I'm pissed. So I'm willing to let anybody give me any comments at all. Tell me what I did wrong. I'm not going to put these in. I'm sending them back. This one's, the nut is stripped right on there. I can't even remove it after trying to tighten it in my vise. So, like I said, I've given up. A total failure. You have never seen me fail before on this channel, ever. But this is it. Failed by a piece of freaking rubber. Well, actually, the rubber. Go ahead, jump. I don't care. Hey, thanks. See ya.